Hello everyone! Do you love the look of couching but haven't been able to get a couching foot for your machine? Well, the good news is you don't absolutely need one. While it will make things easier, I'm going to show you some helpful tips so that you can couch without one. You will still need a regular sewing machine foot to sew with. Choose one with a wide hole to accommodate the swing of your needle, as your top thread will be stitching with a wide zigzag or decorative stitch. If you have one, select one with a clear plastic base to make it easier to see what you're doing. Couching is often done with a thread too thick to fit through the eye of your sewing machine needle, such as yarn, cord, or this 8-weight thread called dazzle. It's rayon with a strand of metallic, so it's a good choice for any decorative purpose. In our last video, we showed a few different options for your top thread when couching. Today, I'm going to use Mirage, a 30-weight variegated rayon thread. The changing colors will influence the look of the couch thread underneath, so this is a fun way to add interest to your design. The last thing I recommend you use is a thread tamer. This device has 3 bottom slots to organize your couching thread through, with pegs to accommodate the thread spools so they aren't rolling across your sewing room while you're trying to sew. If you don't have a thread tamer on hand, you can also put your spools in a tall-sided bowl to help contain your couching threads. Before starting, you'll need to select your machine settings. You can choose a zigzag stitch or any decorative stitch that can be made wide enough to clear the edges of your couching thread. Keep in mind that the more threads you're couching at one time, the wider your stitch will need to be. Since my fabric is fairly lightweight, I'll also want to put a piece of stabilizer behind it so it doesn't pucker while I sew. Now I'm ready to begin. Place your couching thread where you want it to lay on your project, with the end sticking a little off the edge of the fabric, and position it under the presser foot. Using your left hand, hold the end of the thread flat and in place against the fabric. With your right hand, guide the other end of the thread. Take a few small test stitches to see if the swing of your needle clears the thread and adjust it as necessary. If it looks good, you can start couching. Once you get the hang of it, you can also curve your thread so you aren't just limited to straight lines. Go slow so your needle always clears the outside of the thread. To turn at a right angle, stop your needle while it's in the down position and on the inside of the corner. Then briefly lift your presser foot, rotate your fabric 90 degrees, and drop the foot back down to continue. It's easy enough to couch 1 or 2 strands, but you can do up to 3 threads at one time. For 3 threads, just increase your stitch width so that it clears both sides of your couched thread. More threads require more finesse, so be sure to slow down. Do some test stitching beforehand and ensure your needle is always falling outside the threads. 3 strands of thread are difficult to keep in position, so if you feel your needle isn't clearing the thread correctly, you can lift the presser foot while the needle is in the down position and readjust your project. For a different look, you can twist the threads before you sew over them, giving a nice corded look. This helped give you a better idea of how to couch without a couching foot. If you like this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more great tips and tutorials. We'll see you again next time.